I am still surprised today that Tesla has not been held accountable for exploiting the Congo. And I will just share the direct line of how we can hold them accountable. Tesla gets its cobalt directly from a company called Glencore.
Mm-hmm.
Glencore is
which exploits young children.
Company. Used to have a South African as the head, by the way, right? I think his name was Glassenberg. Glassenberg, the South African, was the head of Glencore, while the South African apartheid-born guy, Elon Musk, was also the head of Tesla. Glencore got its mine from an Israeli businessman named Dan Gertler. And Dan Gertler was, and is still under investigation in the United States, right? And I'll bring up one specific case. Sometimes we'll look at what's happening in the Congo. You say, these are the Africans on their own. There is a firm, right, a hedge fund in the United States called Hawkshift. Let's change the name now. I can't remember what is the new name now. So Hawkshift, a hedge fund in New York City, Wall Street, was dealing with Israeli businessman Dan Gertler to get access to mines in DRC. And they were bribing him and Congolese officials, two Congolese officials, the president of the Congo, Joseph Kabila, and his advisor, Augustin Katumba Mwangi. The way we know this is because in the end of the trial that was brought in by the Department of Justice, Hawkshift was found guilty of bribing African governments, including the Congo. So it wasn't just Congo, I think it was also Equatorial Guinea and another country. And Glencore got its mine, right, through the hands of Dan Gertler as well. So Dan Gertler has been mentioned in the US courts. They hid his name, right? They didn't mention his name, but when you read the judgment, you can see that they are talking about the Israeli businessman with close tie with the president of the Congo. Just blood his name. Yes. Certainly, they sanctioned him. Right? He has US sanctions for many of his dealings, illegal dealings, bribing Congolese politicians, getting mines a penny on the dollar and reselling it to the London stock markets. All the corrupt practices that he's done in the DRC. No, he's been sanctioned. So with US sanctions, his bank accounts are frozen. Right? So Glencore, in the deal that they have with him, because he sold them a mine, is that he's supposed to receive 3% royalties for any sale of cobalt that he does. Up until today, unless Glencore come out and say they have stopped, we are clear that Glencore continued to give him almost $250,000. If I'm not mistaken, it's about $250,000 or something, $1 million a day that he get of royalties on Congo's cobalt till today. But how and who Glencore sells his cobalt to? Tesla. Tesla gets his cobalt directly from Glencore, which is providing an Israeli businessman, right, money, and the money that he's getting, he invests in two construction companies registered in Canada, building the wall and settlements in Palestine.